those of you who are unaware about the Smith-Mundt Act of 1946, it was an act that prohibited the use of propaganda in our media. It saw it as a threat to national security. However, in 2012, then President Barack Obama, repealed it and allowed news outlets to use propaganda as entertainment. Now there's consideration of bringing back the 1946 Smith-Mundt Act and calling it the Charlie Kirk Act to prevent such propaganda and hateful speech to be used as a weapon to radicalize the left. Let's see what Ellie Mae had to say with proposing this change after her video was reposted by President Trump on Truth Social.
President Trump, as a supporter who voted for you 3 times, I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Mundt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their companies should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact. Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they've called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda. And that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet.
I 100% agree with this proposition. The Smith-Mundt Act should be brought back and be renamed the Charlie Kirk Act to prevent these journalists and these content creators from spreading propaganda and hateful speech that ultimately led to the death or assassination, rather, of Charlie Kirk.